the people that are for abortion have spread this idea that men don't have a say in abortion and it doesn't affect men. And I feel like the work you're doing speaks to that, like showing like, no, it does actually affect men. It's a legitimate trauma. It actually does have this effect on men and their mental health and then on their relationships and everything else as well. And I think that's really important that we have people being that voice to say that this is actually affects men just as much as it affects women.
Well, definitely. And I always tell people, if you're looking for evidence that abortion affects men, you're looking in the wrong places. And what I mean by that is you have to look differently as to how it affects a man. Okay, because men and women grieve differently. They deal with trauma differently. And culture validates trauma differently in terms of men and women. Okay, so you're less likely to see a man come out and say, I've been hurt by an abortion decision in my past. Just because men are trained early not to cry. They're told by culture their opinion doesn't matter, that they're not supposed to have trauma from abortion, that they have no rights over that, and it's a woman's body. So time they get to the point where maybe they should seek help, there's nothing inside of them that says this is something I should seek help for, so they stuff it. And so it's kind of a beginning process of just getting men to be viewed differently, that their trauma comes out in symptoms because their trauma is suppressed. So someone that say has a sex addiction that I treat, or someone that has an alcohol problem, you know, is it possible there's an abortion in their past, but they've never dealt with that because culture says you have no right to deal with it? So they come for an addiction and they've never really considered, and so we have to look at men differently as to how they're affected by abortion. Is it possible they're an angry person? Is it possibly they have addiction? Is it possible domestic violence? Whatever the issue is, and then correlate that with a possible trauma from their past. And so we have to really frame it differently in order to understand how men are affected.